Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? As you can see, we got a little snow here. This is a little bit odd for this area. I haven't seen this much snow in probably 5 or 6 years, but we're gonna make the best of it and see if we can't get something done today. I'll give you a little bit of update on what's going on around here. We moved the skidder, got it into our new job, actually started pulling a little bit of wood. We had some down in a hole off over the hill that I was afraid I could only get out while the ground was froze. We had 2 or 3 days before this snow started that we'd seen almost 0 temperatures, and the ground froze up solid and we got in and got it out. I didn't really have any time to get any video of it. It probably would have made some good footage, but we got that accomplished. Skidder's probably going to stay parked for a while. We got a few other things we got to go do before we get back to this job. But today we got to address the exhaust on this guy. I've been putting it off for a long time, and it finally broke on me the other day, and I got the parts to fix it, but we've got to get it off, and we're just a mile or so from the shop, so we're going to run it down to the shop, work on it in the heat, get all of it put back together where we can just slip it on, and we should be good to go. So not much else we can do with this much snow, so I guess we'll work on some equipment. But I think I'm going to shovel the snow off the hood, and that way I can get up there and not be covered in it, and we'll get started on that. I'll climb up here. Oh, got my handy dandy little broom. We're just gonna sweep this off. I don't know if you guys can see that. Here, let me sweep you a little more. We probably got 8 or 10 inches. That's a lot of snow for around here. A lot of this had ice underneath it too, which made it's been fun to get around this week. I think we've got a high of about 20 degrees today, and that's the warmest it's been in 7 days. So we're gonna make the best of it. Get all this swept off here. Set you guys down. All right, get a better footing here. Oh, this is a little bit slick. Got some limbs in the way. So what we got, as you can see, that's not in good shape. We're just gonna go ahead and see if we can pull that out of there. Throw that over by the truck. Now, we're gonna reuse, I think we're gonna reuse this piece of pipe, but I've actually got a muffler that I bought to put in here to try and quiet this thing down a little bit. So we need to get this clamp loose, slide that off. We're probably gonna have to trim this off back here somewhere. It's getting pretty rusty. We're gonna reuse that clamp, reuse this piece of pipe, add in a muffler, some new flex pipe, and we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go find some wrenches. We'll see if this will bust loose. If not, we might just clip that with the grinder. I think I've got enough clamps that we won't need this. I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll just clip this with the grinder, and that'll be a lot easier. Got our handy dandy DeWalt grinder, cutoff wheel. We'll just put a quick slit in this, and it should come right off. Just like so. Now we'll see if we can get this pipe out. throw that clamp over in the truck. I think we're gonna have to cut this mount off. I think that's gonna be in the way, but we'll probably do that when we come back with the muffler. Set you guys back up here. Get this off real quick. There we go. We'll take that back to the shop. All right, guys, we made it back to the shop. First things first, we're going to unbox our muffler. We're going to get this piece of pipe in the vise where we can cut some short sections out of it that I will explain, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. So this is a Walker muffler. We picked it up at the local O'Reilly's. They ordered it in. It was there the next morning. We're going to get it unboxed here to see what it looks like. Maybe. Hard to do one-handed. It's just a nice, short little muffler. I think they're about 20 inches long. So we can't attach our flex pipe directly to each end of this muffler. So we're going to take a short piece of this pipe, get the snow off of it. We're going to cut, maybe 6 inches or so off of this, 2 pieces, put one in each end, and then we'll go ahead and weld them in. That way we can put our flex pipe on there and clamp it. We'll have a short piece of flex pipe on the inlet side, and then we'll have a long piece on the outlet to run up to the protector in the top of the cab. So I'll set you up and let you see what's going on. Now that we got our pipes fitted in there, they fit kind of loose, which seems a little odd to me, but oh well. Now that we've got them fitted, both ends, we got plenty out here to slip our flex pipe on, get a clamp on it. We're going to weld all the way around here and even weld up these little split seams. That way we have no leaks, because a welded joint is always better than a clamped joint. So we're going to get the welder fired up, burn them in, and then we'll be ready to go back up on the hill and get this puppy installed. Okay, as you can see, we got it all welded up all the way around. Don't look too hard at my welds. These are not the finest welds. Not my finest work anyway. So we got both sides all welded up. We're going to put this back in the truck, take it back up on the hill to the skidder, Probably grab a Sawzall, maybe some more cutoff wheels for the grinder so that we're prepared. And see if we can't get this bad boy put back on. So stay tuned, and we'll be headed up over the hill. All right, guys, we're back up here at the skidder. We're gonna get our new muffler set up, get it up here, see if we need to cut this pipe off any. We'll probably cut, I'd say we'll probably cut a good 3 or 4 inches off that. I'm hoping maybe I can reuse that mount for the muffler. I'm hoping it will either fit above that mount or below that mount and use it to support one side. So I'll get some tools out of the truck and our pipe and muffler and stuff and catch back up with you here. So it doesn't look like it's gonna fit below the mount, but I think if I set you guys up here, you'll be able to see. I think we're gonna be able to maybe notch this mount out a little bit, do a little work to it, and set that muffler in there, something like that. We're gonna have a piece of flex pipe down here below it. Maybe work on that mount a little bit, but I think we've got everything we need. I'm gonna grab a couple more things. We'll get this pipe. I think we're gonna cut about this much off here, get back to better pipe. That way we can slip over that with our flex pipe, clamp it down real good, and hopefully not get any leaks. Okay, we got our piece of flex pipe cut here, and it's kind of got to snake its way up to this mount. I'm gonna try and snake the muffler in through this clamp and into this pipe. And I think we might be able to do that. Let's see. I'll put you guys up here. Hopefully I can aim you right. I think that's going to work pretty good. Get that work down in there just a little bit more. Got plenty of pipe on there. We'll tighten this clamp up. All right, guys. Now that we got that just kind of roughed in there, we still got to put a clamp here, get this tightened up. And we need a piece cut that goes right up through there and stops inside that little box. That kind of protects it from limbs and anything else that it might hit, or might hit it going through the woods. So I'm gonna get a quick measurement on that, go cut another piece of flex pipe. We'll slide it down through from the top and over this and put a clamp here. And that should pretty well finish this project up, hopefully. Then we'll get to see if this old girl will start. I have my doubts. Okay. Looks to me like we need an 18-inch piece. So I'm gonna get this worked around, straightened out, measured out here, and marked. This is what we're using for exhaust clamps. This is 3.5 inch pipe. It's a 3/8 U-bolt clamp. They seem to work pretty good. I like them better than the band clamps that you saw me cut off earlier. These don't seem to loosen up as bad or slide around. And on this flex pipe, they crimp it down pretty tight and seem to keep it from leaking too bad. We're gonna get this one on there. Come on, find the hole. Sometimes if the U-bolt part is sprung a little bit, they can be a booger to get started. Kind of like this one's being. There we go. Once you get the nuts started, it's just a matter of sucking them down tight. That's where this little short ratchet wrench comes in handy. Give us a good tight seal. Get all our tools picked up here. We'll get them put back in the truck, and then we'll see if this girl will fire. We'll see if this old girl will fire up. She's been sitting through a week of real cold weather, and with no glow plugs, no intake heater, any of that mess. My hopes are not high for this one, but we're gonna try it. All right, guys, here goes nothing. We got our old trusty heat in a can. I only use John Deere heat in a can. It seems to, I really think it's the best quality. I don't like using this stuff to start with, but this old Skidder, it just hardly won't start in the cold without it. So, we're gonna shoot a little of this in the breather that we uncovered out of the snow and see if this old girl will start. Give it a generous spray. Can't believe it. I think it's a little quieter too. Hell, you all probably can't hear me. Pick up our trash. Maybe you'll be able to hear me over here. We're gonna let it run for a little while, warm up, maybe take a circle in it, and see how she sounds, see if that muffler rattles loose. Hopefully not. And then I think we're gonna call it quits here for today. Boy, I can't talk. So, not much else we can do. We may even try to blade this road off a little bit. See if we can get some of this snow off. We might be able to get some of these logs out of here later. Well, say later this week. Not later this week, but probably next week. I think it's supposed to be up into the 50s next week. All this will be gone. We'll have a wonderful sea of mud. So, old girl's purring like a kitten. She's a little quieter than she was before, which is gonna be nice. Well, we made a little circle in the old Franklin, and everything seems to be working out good. So, as soon as this snow thaws off, we'll be ready to go back to work. And she'll be ready to pull some wood. So, can't wait for that to happen. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. As always, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave me likes and comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.